Yo, what's up? This is Sonny from Sonny Eat Well Club. What we got going here tonight, we're going to do stuffed cabbage. Fat-burning stuffed cabbage meal. So, what I've got going here so far, I've got some water boiling over here for the cabbage. I got a big cabbage at the supermarket, get the biggest one. I washed these, I got 3 cabbage leaves. I've got pepper. I've got stewed tomatoes. Now, just happened to be the store that I was at, the red pack had the least of sodium and sugar in it. Before you buy any stewed tomatoes, just check the sodium and check the sugar, get the least of it. Okay, I have the grapeseed oil. We always use that because it don't break down the trans fat. I got some celery cut up. I got some carrots cut up. I've got some broccoli, cauliflower, carrots. Okay, these are frozen in the bag, and I let them thaw. I've got some mushrooms, peppers, onions. All right, now these peppers and onions are frozen in a bag. Just took some out, okay, and microwaved them. And I've got some raisins over here. I got some whole wheat breadcrumbs, and I've got some wild brown rice. You buy these in these little cups. Go in the microwave for 1 minute. All right. So what we're going to do now? This water has been boiling. I'm going to take the cabbage, and I'm going to throw these cabbage leaves right in there. Let's press them down. Get them in the water here. All right. Now the water's been boiling. This doesn't have to cook long. It all depends how big the cabbage leaves are. I'm going to periodically check this. We don't want to get them too soft. All right? So now, let's start building up what we got here. I've got some lean white meat chopped turkey. Okay? So this is ground white meat turkey. I've got 1 egg that we're going to put in here. Okay? Put that over to the side there. I've got our brown wild rice that's been in the microwave for a minute. I'm going to throw that right in there. Now, some of this stuff is optional. Let's say I like the raisins in it, and I don't use raisins too much, but for some reason it sweetens this dish up a little bit. It goes good with the cabbage. Now, let's say you say, you know, I really don't want the raisins, don't put it in. You don't want the celery, don't put it in. It's optional. There's something that you don't like in it, don't do it. We're going to put a little bit of celery in here, like that. Take some carrots that are shredded. I'm going to put a little bit of that in there, very nicely. You don't have to use everything. Put this over to the side. Now, I've got the peppers and the onions. I'm going to throw a little bit of that in there. And let's say you say, oh, I don't want the onions, but you want the peppers? Fine. Or you want the onions, you don't want all the peppers? That's fine too. We're going to take some of the mushrooms. A lot of people don't like mushrooms. Don't put them in. Okay? And I'm going to put a handful of the raisins in. All right, now, I'm going to mix this up a little bit. Mix this up, nice. Now, before I put the breadcrumbs in, I want to get this all mixed up. And you can see how nice this is. Look, it's going to be nice. This is a fat-burning meal. Now, what I want to tell you is, you can do this with lean white meat ground turkey. Remember, not the dark meat of the turkey and not the dark meat of the chicken. You can do this with turkey. You can actually do it with beef. All right? But I just, today, decided to do it with the chicken. So let me just check on our cabbage, how we're doing over here with that. Okay, yeah, she's got to go a little bit more, but we're getting there. Sometimes you got to poke it down a little bit, turn it. We're good. So I'm going to mix this up a little bit more. It's looking real good. Now, little by little, I'm not going to tell you put a quarter or a cup of breadcrumbs in. This is whole wheat breadcrumbs, by the way. All right? You got to eye it up. Put a little bit in. Because remember, you can't take it out if you put too much in. Let's mix it up a little bit. Put a little bit more in. Good. So we mix that up. We want it to bind a little bit. Okay. It's getting there. I think I'm just going to put a tiny bit more in, and that'll do it. So this is the way I'd rather you do it than just dump a lot in and then you can't take it out, or it's too dry and you're going to have problems. We want to make it like, kind of like thick, like a paste. Okay, good. All right, we're going to put this to the side now. All right, I'm going to shut our cabbage leaves and I'm going to strain that and put them to the side. All right, I've got my cabbage leaves over here out. And be careful with that pot when you take it out. It's going to be hot with the steam. I took a little paper towel. I patted them down. They're nice. They're dry. Okay? Now, I have 2 tablespoons of grapeseed oil. Don't break down the trans fat. You know how Sonny likes grapeseed oil. And I've got our frozen vegetables over here that's been thawed out. We're going to, what do you call it? Just get them a little brown. Let's throw them right in there real fast. Just want to brown them up a little bit. Okay, while that's cooking over here, browning up, we're going to start building. Now, before I start building here, we're going to put a little pepper in here. And this is your taste. But this is what you have to do on all my recipes, all my food. We need to season it with Sonny's original sodium-free salt. That's what we need to do. This product you must send away for on my website. So we're going to put a little bit of this in there. All right, so mix it up one more time. Let's give this a little shake over here. And let's start rock and rolling and doing this. All right. So, mix it up a little bit. Let it get a little bit of everything there. Put that right in here like this. Okay, we're going to make a little line like down here, like that. Looking good. Okay, let's take our cabbage leaf here. And let's roll this up nice. Once we have one roll like that, we're going to turn it over this way, turn it over this way, roll it one more time. Let's give it a good tuck in there, put it to the side, and let's do 2 more. All right, so what we got here now is we rolled up the rest of the stuffed cabbage here. Okay, they got them over here sitting here. We took the vegetables over here that we just kind of like sauteed, you know, got them a little brown there like that. Okay, put 2 more tablespoons of grapeseed oil, okay, in the frying pan. Now what I want to do is I'm going to take these cabbages, okay, and I'm going to put them in the frying pan like this. Okay, now they're heated up already. I'm going to take these like this. Now what I want to do, put this over to the side here, what I want to do, I want this a little bit on the low side. I want to get the bottom of this a little brown. So periodically, you're just going to lift it up, and you're going to make sure to see that, you know, it's getting brown. That's what we want to do before we put the tomatoes in it. Now I took the stewed tomatoes, put them in the blender, and I blended them. So we're going to let this sit a little bit, let this get brown underneath, and then we'll get right back to this. All right, I've been periodically turning this around. I lifted them up. They got that little golden brown on it. Okay, put it real low to simmer. Now we're going to take our stewed tomatoes that I put in the blender here. We're going to pour this right on top. Like that. What I want to do again, more Sonny's original sodium-free salt on there. Let's put a little bit more of that on there. We're going to take the cover. We're going to cover this, and we're going to watch it. You got to turn these around a little bit. Not over, just turn them to the side. Okay, so we're going to cook this about a half hour. It depends how big the cabbage leaves are. It depends how your stove is, if it's gas or electric, how it's going to cook. Just keep checking it. All right, now we have obviously a lot of leftover over here, which you're always going to have that. You could do 1 or 2 things. You can make some more stuffed cabbage and make a lot of them, okay? Or what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this aside for our next show, and we're going to use this as meatballs with zucchini, all right? So let's get back to this in about 2 or 3 minutes. All right, so this has been cooking for a good half hour. You got to watch. Sometimes if it dries out a little bit, you're going to have to put a little water in it or put some more stewed tomatoes in it. And you can do this in the oven. I prefer to do it on the stove here because it's faster. The oven takes too long, but anyway, you can do this in the oven. Let's take this off here. Oh, yeah. Okay, and like I said, be careful. This is going to be hot. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Now we're going to build our fat-burning plate. All right. So we built our plate, our fat-burning get-you-ripped plate. Stuffed cabbage. Look at this. Now, of course, I made 3 of them. You only eat 1. Now, you can take the other 2. You can have 1 you can bring for lunch, or have the other one the next night. You can make a whole tray of them and freeze them. That's up to you, right? Now, this here will make you lose weight. It's a fast carb, a slow carb, and a protein. You know, I talk all the time about that. 3 meals a day has got to be a fast carb, slow carb, and a protein snack in between. You know what to eat. Watch the shows. I'm the real deal when it comes to weight loss. Now, like, comment, and subscribe. This is Sonny from Sonny Eat Well Club, the real deal when it comes to weight loss and fitness.